OH! OH! Works every time. I got my lucky Buckeye. My buddy Rob Portman gave me this lucky Buckeye. It means we're going to win Ohio. I'll tell you the other reason why we're going to win Ohio. We are going to give you, our fellow citizens, a clear choice. We owe you that. You see, our choice is, do we stay on the same path we are on, the one that Obama put us on, a nation in debt, in doubt, in decline? Or do we reclaim those founding principles that made us so great in the first place and get this country back on the right track? Look, after 4 years, the recovery that President Obama promised is nowhere in sight. He said that if he just could borrow a bunch of money and spend it on his friends, unemployment would never get above 8%. It's been above 8% for 43 months. We have 23 million Americans struggling to find work. 15% of our fellow countrymen and women are in poverty today. Look, President Obama, the economy is barely growing. He's run out of ideas. And just the other day on TV, he said that he can't change Washington from the inside. Why do we send presidents to Washington in the first place? I mean, isn't that what we're supposed to do? Don't we send them to fix the mess in Washington? Look, if he can't change Washington, then we need to change presidents. We need to elect this man, Mitt Romney, the next president of the United States. The choice before us is very clear. We are offering real reforms for a real recovery. We cannot afford 4 more years of President Obama's failed policies. Now, what Mitt Romney is offering, what we are saying is, here are big ideas, big solutions that are designed to get people back to work. Proven pro-growth policies to get our country back on track. Number one, right here in Ohio, all across America, we have a lot of our own energy. Let's go get that energy, use that energy, and put people back to work. Gas, oil, coal, renewables, all of the above. It's here. It's ours. And on day one, you know what he's going to do? He's going to say yes to the Keystone Pipeline so we can get that oil coming into our country. Number two, you know, in our states, in our Midwestern manufacturing states, we've lost a lot of work. A lot of people in the prime of their lives, in their 40s and their 50s, they're in between. You know, Delphi is a great example. And we have to have a system so those people can get skills they need to get back on track, to get back into a career of the 21st century so that American dream can be placed back within their reach. We need skills. We need to fix our schools. We need to honor the parents and the children and not the special interests that are standing in the way of these educational reforms. We need trade that works for America so we can make more things in America and sell them overseas. And Mitt will get more into that. But there's one thing that the 4 of us have talked about, we've worked on, we have fought for. It's a really simple idea. We can't keep spending money we just don't have. We have got to balance this budget. We've got to get this debt under control. It is our duty to save the American dream for our children and our grandchildren and to save it for our economy today. We also have to remember, let's never forget this, that most of our jobs in this country come from those small businesses in this country, from those successful small businesses in this country. We need to reform our tax system so it's fair, simple, and competitive. We need to re-acknowledge the idea that if you have a small business, you built that small business. You get the credit for that. Friends, the Obama economic agenda failed, not because it was stopped, but because it passed. Let's not forget that in his first 2 years he had total control of government. You ever heard of Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid? I'll take that as a yes. He got almost everything he wanted. And then the next 2 years he spent regulating. This is killing jobs. This is plaguing our businesses with uncertainty. We have specific ideas and plans to get people back to work, to get this economy growing again, to create 12 million jobs, to get job security, to get better take-home pay, to get people back on the path of opportunity. You see, we know that the genius of this country is the worker. It's the small business person. It's the entrepreneur. It's the person. It's not our government. So after 4 years of getting the runaround, what America needs is a turnaround. And this is the man who knows how to do turnarounds. You know what we also believe? And especially here in Dayton, we believe in peace through strength. And that means not gutting our military, not compromising Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, not shutting down that tank plant in Lima. That means a peace through strength doctrine. I see a Marine right there. I see Army right there. I saw a Navy guy right over here, and I know there's somebody from Air Force here. Thank you for your service to our country. We will honor you, and we will have a strong national security, and that means job security in Ohio as well. This is the moment where the moment and the man are meeting. We need leadership. We need someone who will be honest with us about our problems, who will not blame other people for the next 4 years, who will take responsibility, who will not duck the tough issues, but will actually fix things. That's this man right here. When his country called, and when they asked him to save the Olympics, he left what he was doing, and he dutifully served, and he saved it. This is a man who knows how the economy works because he's created over 10,000 jobs. You know what, by the way? I think it's a good thing that he's a successful businessman because being successful in business is something we want. We're proud of people's success. We want more of success in this country. And when this man was governor, and as governor, when this man was governor, he didn't blame, he didn't duck, he didn't demagogue, he got things done. Unemployment went down, the credit rating was improved, household income went up, he reached across the aisle, he didn't compromise his principles, and he balanced the budget without raising taxes. That's the kind of leadership we finally need in Washington. That's not what we have. And ladies and gentlemen, he has not only succeeded, but he succeeded where others could not. This president is not succeeding. This president cannot run on his record. This president is going to say anything and everything to try and blame, to try and duck, to try and distort, to try and divide, to try and distract, to try and win by default. And you know what, Ohio? We're not going to let him. Because we're going to let Mitt Romney, the next president of the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, Mitt Romney.